Here's what you missed in part 1. We took the Eurostar from London to Paris, went to a museum, picnicked at the Eiffel Tower, and accidentally ran into the YSL show after getting interviewed. We attempted to go thrifting and then Lexi fainted and we called the ambulance. We got a giant croissant and accidentally ran into the Chloe show, saw a bunch of celebrities, and then attended our first event, which was a PR showroom party, which led us to sneaking into the Lacoste party that was happening down the street. Now let's get into the next few days. Hello! Today is obviously the next day. Yesterday we ended up, so we went to a little PR showroom thing that we got invited to, and then we ended up at a Lacoste pop-up / party afterwards. We snuck our way in and made it work. It was really fun. But today is the Wild Rose and Sparrows? I can never remember what it is. I think it's Wild Rose and Sparrows show. So I'm wearing my New York Fashion Week outfit because they gave us a theme for dress code, and they said dark fairy tale. So I feel like this is giving dark fairy tale. I'm vlogging, just I'm not talking to myself.
I was like, okay.
So
it's the gun.
This is
the look.
so sexy. My underneath it, but it's black, so it's fine.
Do you have one that's completely black? Because it says booty.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
On the outside?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I also have a dilemma, but I think I'm gonna go with the pink because I think it's a bit more out there and kind of okay. So I'm debating between this and a pink blouse that Mariana got me yesterday. I'm gonna try it on off camera maybe. I feel like it's not catching it. I like the pink. I'm gonna go with the pink. Okay. I love when I can make a decision on my own.
I love this game.
I love this game. It's actually I don't know, really, really fun. I feel better, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much of it can you see?
Right now, nothing.
Not as much actually, right?
I think it's slightly lower because of the other
I think it is slower. Because the other one's like a...
And now there's a little bit peeking through, but it's not at all noticeable.
Slay! Okay, I'm wearing this with my platform boots because she is long otherwise.
Oh my god, she's so long.
Well, I made it for my model. But these are the fits.
We're
so similar, obviously.
We wear the same clothes, share the
Obviously,
same
we
things.
share the exact
all the
closet all the time. But yeah, I'm excited for the show. It's our first actual show here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Paris, which is exciting.
Okay, we'll see you at the show.
Bye. So we got back from the Wild Rose and Sparrows show a little bit ago. We ended up actually hanging out at the venue for quite a bit of time. Kind of just let us take a bunch of content, so everybody stayed and just took a bunch of pictures. It was in the most beautiful courtyard ever. So we did that for quite a bit, chatted to a lot of people there, and then we got some crepes and then headed home. So we've been chilling for a bit and we're going out to dinner tonight with a really big group. It started off as getting dinner with my cousins that live here so I could meet their boyfriends, and then one of my cousins is bringing a friend that's also visiting her, and obviously I have Noemi and Lexi with me, and then Lexi's bringing a friend, Noemi's bringing a friend, then we also invited Mariana, who was with us at the show. So it's gonna be a lot, but I'm excited. It'll be fun to just mesh and meet everybody and hang out. But the show was beautiful. I loved the collection. There was only one piece that I didn't really love that I just didn't film, but every other piece I filmed because I thought it was beautiful. So obviously you saw all the footage prior, but it was stunning. It was also the first time I got invited to a real show on the schedule that isn't by some sort of collective, it's just the brand. So that was really cool, and it was just also cool that they asked everybody to dress up. They gave a dress code of dark fairy tale, so all the girls were really dressed up in beautiful gowns and dresses, and just everybody looked stunning. Everybody was super nice and just great vibes. It's cool to be in those spaces when you're not used to it. I'm always used to being behind the scenes. It was also cool because when we were checking in, one of the girls that was helping at the show, helping check in and helping run the show, She recognized me, so if you're watching this, hey. Which it's always really cool to meet you guys in person, especially when it's not at like my own New York Fashion Week show where you know I'm gonna be there or anything. So that was really sweet that she watches my YouTube videos. So hey, thanks for coming up to me. It meant a lot. And it also always just like gives me a bit of affirmation of like, oh, I'm allowed to be in these spaces, because I think sometimes I get really in my head of like, oh, I don't fit in here. I'm not like that big of an influencer, or like, I don't know, girls are just so beautiful, and like it's so easy to get insecure about like, I don't know, not looking as like beautiful, not being as photogenic, or like not having as many followers, which I know is silly, but like, I don't know, I get down on myself every once in a while, especially when you start being in those spaces so often. It's like so easy to start comparing. But it was such a beautiful show. Everybody turned out to be really, really nice, which is truly all you can ask for. So that's all for Paris Fashion Week today. Tomorrow we have one more show that we're going to. It's a collective show, so I think it's going to be a few designers, I think 3, and it's at night. And that's the end of our trip, which is crazy because well, for me it's been like New York, London, and Paris, like back to back to back. So I haven't been home since September 7th is when I left, and it is, by the time I get back, it's gonna be October 2nd. So it's been pretty much a full month of being out, and it's been so refreshing. I feel super inspired having seen so many collections and so many different things I want to do. It's super fun to lean into obviously doing more content, because I don't like, obviously I do a lot of content, but not necessarily from like my personal like Instagram or my personal TikTok or anything. So it's been fun to dive into content that isn't centered around my brand or my business or making things, rather just like myself, my life, my clothes, what I like to wear, and like diving into my personal style and like having like fun outfits to wear and doing all that. So it's been really fun, but probably gonna get ready for dinner soon, I presume. I think we're probably gonna leave in like 30ish, so we're gonna do that. But wanted to give you an update. It's been a great day. Been a great day.
Wait, how do I? Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Good morning. It is our last day in Paris. Actually, our last day of this trip in general. What am I saying?
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Oh, close enough. This mess, all mine.
Yeah, I'm actually quite clean.
No, like you're not wrong.
You're so right. Anyway, last night was really fun. We went to this restaurant. I had a really, really long line. I don't know how long we waited, but we waited a really long time.
Like hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we probably waited an hour and 20 because it was 9 of us. So we had a big group. But anyway, this restaurant was so good. So cheap. The way we all ate for 20 euros. And we had like escargots, we had wine, we had like a proper like steak frites, and we had dessert.
I had half a liter of wine. I had a 46 centiliter thing.
And she felt that.
€5.50.
It was so good. So cheap. Well worth the wait. Then we got crepes after. And today is our last day.
We're going to a flea market. I think it's called Puce.
Yeah. That's it.
Which means lice.
The way I knew that.
Oh my god, it's a direct translation.
It literally is.
That's so funny. It does not mean lice, it means flea.
Who's the real Francais here?
Oh my god, my world has changed.
Yeah. Who thought I would be teaching you French?
Not me. So, we actually haven't done that much vintage shopping because we went the other day.
And that was the day Lexi. So,
redemption.
Yeah, this is our redemption arc. Then we go to shoot tonight, and then we're going out tonight.
We're going out tonight.
And by the way,
we're going out tonight.
That was so weak.
That's a bit. I feel so
we're
weak.
Going out tonight. Anyways. Also, Lexi is here. She just is in a different room. So that is why she hasn't been in every single one of these. She's getting ready. Just to press the bone apple tea. go from the like flea market area, and it is so cute. The whole like building is huge. I don't think we got to even like all of it. And then there was also like flea areas outside and like little alleyways which we went to. Noelle, who we met first day that we were here, she's a mutual friend of Lexi's. She came by, she's sitting abroad here, and she had already been in the area, so she showed us a few places that she'd already been to. It's really cute, and I'm gonna give you my haul because I am obsessed. There was one dress that I didn't get that I really wanted. It was beautiful, like white vintage dress. Like clearly it was handmade, like old, but it fit me perfectly. But also it's like a long white dress, so it was giving very bridal. I thought about like I could dye it, whatever, but it was 75 euros, and I thought that that would be just like a little too much for me. If it was like 50, I think I would have done it, but I didn't really need it as much, and I know it wouldn't be as wearable. But I did get this dress, which is like such a true like 60s like mod vibe. It looks really wide when you like hold it up, but it fits really well, and I'm obsessed. And it was only, I think 25, which is not bad at all. So I'm really excited about this one. And then I also got a few prints for my gallery wall. Also, my pants are unzipped because they're really tight if I sit down, so don't mind that. But these are the ones that I got. So the wall of prints that I have like kind of in my kitchen area, I want to add more to it and make it like a full gallery wall. So these are the 3 that I got, and I got 3 of them for 25, which was not bad at all either. So I'm very excited about that. And now we're getting ready to head to our last fashion week event of the year, which is like a collective show. I honestly don't remember who's showing at it. We looked up so many when we were like sending emails that I just like spaced. But we have like a random like after party thing or like launch party thing that we got invited to for something that we literally don't even know what it is. Like Lexi met somebody who like invited her, who invited us. So we're showing up to that and then the other event. And then we're going out tonight with my cousins, which will be fun. But it's our last night. So I think what I will be wearing is my New York fashion collection bodice. This one I wore in London already, but I wore it with jeans, so I feel like this is different. And then I'm wearing these pants that I thrifted in London, which are really fun, and I wore the other day, but I didn't get a good picture in them, so I can rewear them. So that is a vibe. I need to actually fully get ready now though, so we can leave soon. Okay, we're almost done getting ready. This is so way too bright. I'm wearing my bodice, my pants, and I tied a little ribbon along my neck with this choker, and I think it's cute because I've been wearing my really thick black one, but I've worn it too much, so I'm trying to change it up.
I'm wearing this very poofy yellow dress.
We are so similar.
Some lace ribbons in my hair,
but
I am wearing
she's a country music fan.
Are we going to the same event? No, I don't know, but I absolutely needed to wear this dress.
We're clearly going to the same place. We are so similar.
I know.
Where's Alexify?
Alexify.
Electricity. We've got Alexify, the place for fashion podcasts. You'll never believe who I am bringing today. Fit check. Looks so slay.
Okay, so I thrifted this today at a vintage store. I
It
got
looks so cute.
thanks. I got these at a thrift shop in California.
Looks so good.
These are just like tights that have like the
Like the
fleece on the
ones?
inside. Yeah.
Dude, these look good.
So I don't
I could
get
have sworn they
cold.
were the see-through ones.
They also feel sturdier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joy's like
Slay.
vintage stuff.
You guys actually look like you went to the same event.
I think it's the first time that 2 out of 3 of us at least kind of match.
Nice.
Just means you have to stand in the middle of us in every picture.
Yeah. Oh, well.
It just adds to the aesthetic. Alrighty, we're gonna head out soon. Alright, I'm gonna be honest because I don't think there's any good in always saying that everything was great when maybe it wasn't. So this show we were so grateful to be invited. We found it on Eventbrite, emailed about it, and they gave us tickets, which was really nice. It started off really well. This first designer had beautiful, beautiful dresses. We were all obsessed. The only thing is it definitely lacked diversity, which was a bit shocking, especially after coming to so many shows and seeing so many things. It's so much more normalized to obviously have a diverse group of models that it actually shocks you when it's not, and you do actually quite notice it. So that was a bit disappointing. Obviously, I'm not sure what the modeling world is like in Paris and if it's hard to find models that way or whatever, but we were a bit disappointed in that aspect. And after this one, it kind of went downhill. The rest of the designers were honestly not too great. I'm not sure what, the criteria is for any of this, but a lot of them just had very unfinished garments and things weren't fitting very well. It lacked a lot of professional finishings, which maybe that's just something that me and Noemi really notice because we are, fashion designers, so we look for those things. But at the end of the day, it just felt very unfinished and not very well done. So we were a bit disappointed in that. I also felt like a lot of the collections just didn't make sense. It didn't seem like it was all one collection. There was a lot of different prints and fabrics and it just didn't mesh very well. So overall, we kind of agreed it was a bit of a hot mess, but I think it also just comes to show that not everything is going to be picture perfect and wonderful and beautiful. I think every designer had at least maybe one or two things that we did but overall, not every show is going to be a hit and not everything you get invited to is going to be incredible and great. So this was unfortunately a bit of a letdown, which was kind of sad just because it was our last night of Fashion Week and the last event we were going to, and overall, we always have a great time with each other, so it's not like it was a bad time, but it was just a bit shocking, I guess. After seeing so many really beautiful shows, this one just kind of lacked a little bit. Morning. It's a great morning.
It's such a beautiful morning.
It is a beautiful morning, but we went to bed at 3 and it's 8. So here we are. We're in last night's cute little outfits.
Actually, I'm my PJs. You can sound.
And then, that's what we've got going on.
It was fun.
But yeah.
Fucking fucked by the night, bro.
Dude, we had a time and a half.
Didn't even drink.
No.
It's
just the vibes.
It's just the vibes. It's just the vibes. It's shook.
Yeah. Now we're on the way to go pack.
And then you guys
to leave and sleep on the Eurostar back.
Oh yeah. And immediately checking into our hotel and then
sleep again.
Maybe figure out a food situation.
Yes. And just like that, Paris Fashion Week is over, Fashion Month is over, and we are headed home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all.
I can show the whole place shimmer.
Say thank you.
Is that gonna make the cut?